Hey, what's up guys, it's Instructional Skateboarding, and I'm back for bringing you guys another video from the camera, vlog, whatever you want to call it, from the, instructional skateboarding computer that you guys have seen that a lot. So, if you're wondering the topic of today, it's this shit on my arm, this tattoo. This phrase, skateboarding is my drug. Why I got it, why it's there, how long I wanted it, the placement of the tattoo, did it hurt, just all about it in general, just like informational kind of video about it, what it means to me, and why I chose this over other things, etc., etc. So let's just jump right into it. Skateboarding is my favorite sport. It always has been since I've been like 6 years old. It's been a huge part of my life and something that I do for more than just fun. It's something I do when I'm depressed, just to kind of escape the world and, drive out negativity. Is just skate and I can focus on that. So it's like a pain reliever to me in a way, or stress reliever, I guess, too, either or. It's something that I do for fun. Obviously, I love doing it, and say that a reward of landing a new trick feels amazing, and it just makes you feel happy and accomplished, and like you're progressing, which is awesome, and you're getting better. Now, believe it or not, this sport teaches you a lot of things and some life lessons that you might not expect or realize because you don't think about it, but in the background, throughout the process of skateboarding, like every day for years and years and doing this for so long, you learn and develop skills, like I said, whether you realize it or not. Courage, for one, because it's going to take a lot of courage to jump down a huge stair set or try a tech trick on a really big sketchy rail. Patience, because if you're trying a trick or say you're trying to kickflip a gap for something for like an hour straight, you have to be really patient and just not give up. So, it teaches you patience and determination and to believe in yourself and stuff like that. And I just think it's a really awesome sport. And again, it's something that has played such a big, huge part in my life. And when I think about skateboarding, when I think about the way to describe how I feel for it, skateboarding is my drug is the only 4 accurate words I can truly come up with, because it is my drug. It's that natural high, that thing that I'm always chasing, that thing I can never get enough of. If I hurt myself, I'm like experiencing withdrawal and I'm like, fuck, my ankle is like broken, it's twisted, it's all swollen, but all I want to do is get back on those feet. I just want to get back to it. I don't even care about the injury or the pain. Again, like I said, it's that thing I can never get enough of. It's that thing that always makes me happy. It's that thing that I use to escape the world. It's my addiction. It's always in my mind, like pretty much from the moment I wake up. I think about it, I look over and I see this, and skateboarding as a topic is in my mind. And I start thinking about my favorite skaters, people I watch, things that inspire me for the sport, and just all these things that, although I'm obviously not a drug addict, although I'm obviously not like tied into the drug world, it's my drug, it's my thing. Like I said, I experienced the withdrawal for it, the need to do it, the want, the natural high, that thing that I use to escape the world, like I said. So it's like my own drug. It's that thing that feeds me and that I hunger for pretty much every day. I'm watching it 24/7. I know all the news about it and all that kind of stuff, so I'm just very involved with it. It's that thing that pulls me back in, say like cocaine would pull back a cocaine addict, or a meth addict would get hooked on meth and then always pulled back to it and always want to just keep going, keep chasing that, and that thing that they use maybe because, I don't know, whatever, let's say their wife left them, so they're super depressed, now they're on meth to help them get away and escape the world. That's me for skateboarding. So, as I said, as I've already said lots of times throughout this video, it's my drug, and that's the only way I could truly describe it or tell you guys that that's how I feel about it. It's the only thing that makes sense, and it's the phrase that always pops in my head when I'm out there skating and having a good time. Like, I just say to myself, this is my drug, this is my shit, it's my life and my lifestyle and everything in between. So the phrase, that saying, has always came back to me and been stuck in my head, and I've always felt like that's just my own personal drug, is skateboarding. And so I've had that phrase in my head for about 2 years, and because I love the sport so much, and because it means to me, and it's always been in my head and revolving and making me think about it, I wanted to put it on my body. I wanted it to be there forever, and I wanted to have a tattoo that represented not only one of my favorite things in the world, but I wanted to have a tattoo that truly represented the way I feel through words, through my expression, my own phrase. And I mean, there's a lot of great skateboarding tattoos out there, like Skate and Destroy, but that's too mainstream for me. And then there's, you know, skateboarding, the whole heart broken in half board thing. But I just felt as though either those ones were too cheesy or too overused, or just didn't hit the points that I wanted to hit with a phrase and with the words or a picture. And just every time I thought about it, every time I thought about wanting to represent something for skateboarding on my body with the tattoo, none of that would come to mind. It was just always the same phrase. And so I knew from about the time I was 16 that I was going to get it. I had been struggling to find a job and had been trying, but probably not trying hard enough. My mom knew that as soon as I turned 18, and my dad and my whole family, that, you know, they really had no power over what happened, and that I could legally do whatever I wanted and go get it done. So I finally found a job and had easily saved up enough money to go get it. And I just decided, like, I woke up one morning last Friday, whatever it was, Friday, July 8th, something like that. I just decided, like, this is the time, like, I'm doing it today, this is finally happening, and I have the time, the money. My friends were able to go that day, so I just walked and I showed them. I was like, I want this, and I want it to finally happen. And it did, and I'm happy with it. I love it. I'm not embarrassed about it at all. I'm not regretting having the word drug on my arm, because this means a lot to me. It was my saying and my choice. And I knew going into it that it was permanent, obviously, and I knew I was putting the word drug in big, bold, black letters on my arm, but it's something that I truly wanted, and it was the only real way to represent this sport and put it on my body and have it hit all points. As far as pain goes, how long it took, placement, I guess, all that kind of stuff, I just put it on my right inner bicep because I wanted it to be visible, and, you know, rather visible. It's on your arm, it's still a very visible open spot, especially if you have like a muscle shirt on or you're just using your arm in general. But I didn't want it to be like overly open and seen 24/7 by every single person ever in every situation. So I switched the location from my forearm, which is where I originally planned to get it, right here, to my right inner bicep. And I just thought that was a good place and a better choice, both for lifestyle at some points and just for own personal preference. Pain, it really didn't hurt at all. It hurt a lot less than I expected it to, but you'll hear all about that in my previous video showing me actually getting the tattoo on the footage. And as far as how long it took about 35 to 40 minutes. I didn't stop for pain or anything, and it wasn't a super complicated tattoo. You know, it was just small fill-ins of letters, so it only took about 35-40 minutes. This has been instructional skateboarding. I hope you guys kind of now fully understand or realize why this is on my body, why this is going to be represented forever, and why I have this phrase on me. Just as a final note, my family's all been taking it super well, and some of my family really hates tattoos and is quite against them, but they knew I wanted it. They knew it's what made me happy, and to be honest, with the placement, size, and all that, and how it looks, because it is decently well done for sure, they're happy with it, and they're not holding it against me or hating it, which is awesome. Anyway, it's been instructional skateboarding. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.